Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from asortofinterestinglife.com. You're joining me on board good old narrowboat Tilly, slightly different camera angle for a change, and today we're going to get back into talking about Filofaxes. Now this video is entitled Planning to Plan because this is my new plan for planning over the next sort of month or so, heading into November. As you're probably familiar if you've seen my other videos, I do an awful lot of writing in this Filofax and end up with weeks that look like this, with more things than I could possibly reasonably ever expect to get done. So I'm going to change things up a bit, and we're just generally going to talk about the art of planning and paper stuff. Right, this is the sort of video that people who are new to my channel will be looking going, what on earth are you talking about? And people who are already into and well invested in the community of Filofax-ing and planners and goodness knows what. I've got my Midori here, check out my other videos if you want to see more on that and general journaling. So I'll say bear with me, there's more videos on biking and boating coming if you are a new subscriber, but for those of you who are on board for the paper-based organisation videos, there's a boat going past, so I'm going to wrap things up and get over to the desk. Right then, I know that it's not going to happen, but I'm going to try and keep this video to 7 minutes or less. And also, I'd just like to apologise for the weird lighting situation, as it's not quite dark and it's not quite light. I've got all of the lights I can shining on this, which is not evenly lighting it at all. Anyway, let's dive straight in. So, what I'm intending to do for November is properly combine the ideas of a bullet journal with a Filofax. And by that, I basically mean I'm going to take the best of both and try and merge it all into one nice handy package. Now, as many of you will know if you watch my other videos, I quite often take the pages that I'm currently using out and take those all over the place with me, whether I'm out on the boat or going to my friend's house, going into town to get stuff. It's nice to be able to just take the couple of pages so you can add things in or remove things and cross things off as you go throughout your day, doing whatever you're up to. So that's why November starts on the 6th, and the last diary entry in before that is the 1st of October. So ignore that. They're all over the place at the minute. And my intention for November, which was going to be used previously, is to try and stop having so many things written down and then scribbled out and rewritten, and basically try and stop all of this amount of work being put down in here and me then getting to each day in succession and going, well, I haven't got enough time to do that, I haven't got enough time to do that, I haven't got enough time to do that, and so on. And the basic principle that I'm hoping to achieve here with the bullet journal idea is to take one of these pieces of paper, as you can see, simple Filofax lined paper, one of these standard A5 ones that goes in the back of the diary, organiser rather, and that will be my initial everything that I want to get done in November page, which will go in the diary as the very first thing of that month. So you'll have November starting here, but before that you will have that page where I'll list all of the things I want to get sorted, and that will be highlighted with one of these pink tabs here. So that will be the first thing in there. A nice pink highlighted tab with November written on it, and then you'll turn to that page, and at the start of November I'll have things like, for example, this week that I'm currently recording this, I'm recording 3 separate episodes of the Dan's Narrowboat Life documentary series, so obviously getting those 3 things finished and 2 of them published are going to be some of the top things on my list to get sorted, as are some of the bike reviews and different bits and pieces for YouTube that I want to get done. There's a little bit of painting I want to touch up on board before the proper cold weather sets in, so things like that will all go on here. And then, as the month progresses, I'll obviously start filtering those in to a week-by-week basis, and as you may have seen in my previous videos, the notes section at the start of each week is where I put all of the major things that I want to get sorted in that week. So you can imagine that having an original list of everything for November to do is going to make it easier to plan and think, right then, if I want to get the decorating done, or I want to get the filming done, or I want to achieve this milestone in the next book that I'm currently writing, then being able to look in there, go, right, those are some realistic targets I can get done in this week, and obviously go and do my real job as well, then that's obviously a very handy reference to then hopefully stop me going, right, what do I want to get done? Well, here's everything that I want to try and cram in. So then that's going to lead me to think, if I say this week I'm going to do these 2 or 3 things off the list, plus all of the smaller things like normal shopping, moving the boat, getting this done, getting that done, whether that's simple things like giving the boat a good scrub from top to bottom, or whether it's more complicated things like rearranging the editing and layout of the book I'm doing, then obviously I can plan those, and then the next week and maybe the week after already have some things lined up, instead of trying to go, right, this is the first week of November, I'm going to do everything I can right now. This is the second week, oh, I haven't done half of the things that I wanted to do in the first week because there was never any chance of me getting it done to begin with. So that's basically the bullet journal as your main guide there, literally your list of everything, then splitting it down to a week by week list of things that I want to get done, which is going to act as a more refined version of that main list. And equally, as I'm going through, if I find myself thinking, oh, actually, I've managed to do this a lot quicker than I thought, I've still got that main list, and I can think, right, do I want to move things forwards from the next week, or do I want to leave them where they are and focus on something completely different from the list, so that then that's done and dusted, and I don't have to worry about doing that towards the end of the month. So that's the general plan, and like I say, it's really, the plan is to stop me filling it up with filling each week with more things than I can possibly and realistically do. So by sitting down the day before November starts and really looking at the list that I'll have built up at that point and go, right, this and this are definitely things that need to be done. They can get highlighted with green, or probably highlighted with orange actually. And equally I've still got my basic pen colour system where black is just anything that I'm writing in. Green is for crossing out tick things, or writing and highlighting things that are good things that I want to do, such as meeting friends, going on holiday from work, and generally going on trips, all of those sorts of things. Red is for crossing out things that don't get done, and for writing in things that are extreme emergencies and highlighting, right, this has to be done. Blue is anything to do with the boat, blue for water, despite the fact that the canal is almost permanently muddy brown water. So that's obviously, do I want to move the boat? Have I moved the boat? Circle it, write it in, keep a record of travelling and things like that. So those are nice and simple. And orange is again just a general highlighting colour. I do have a series of other pens, but these are the main ones. I'd say orange is on the sidelines these days. But equally, anything that's a main thing in that list is going to be highlighted with that, highlighted in orange, and basically, depending on how urgent I think different things are, obviously, even then, you can start to peel off these little tabs here and stick those on the page, highlighting individual elements, as you can obviously with these tabs as well. So that's the general plan. We will catch up at the end of the month, or maybe in a couple of weeks, and see how well it's going. I've sort of slipped from doing a lot of paper-based organisation and just creating huge lists and doing other things. If I grab me a little post-it note, for example, I got to send a photo of myself and some bullet points to go with a little article I've written for my friend's magazine, and equally charity marathons, got to sort that donation out, and also buy a CD for my nan. So those are just a few little things that, as I've been thinking, oh yeah, I haven't done that, oh I haven't done that, these are basically where I've been coming in to just go, right, post-it note, stick it on the wall somewhere, and then everything's good to go. Next morning when I bike into town, or when I get internet signal, I can actually go, yes, right, immediately do these things right now. So that's been a very, very quick chat about my general Filofax plan. I've been doing a couple of these videos and people seem to be enjoying them, and I've been getting some good feedback, so I'll keep them coming. I don't want to overdo it. Like I say, I've got the Midori that I use as my wallet and notebook for general shopping lists and things to do, and also my actual proper journal of things that are going on and things that I want to write about and remember. So check out my other videos for a load more bits and pieces like that. There's also going to be more Midori videos coming very soon as well, as I get back into using that properly. And I'll say, at the moment, thank you very much for watching. These pens don't want to stay here, so I'll say thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. There's loads and loads of notebooks and organiser videos on my channel already. feel free to subscribe, feel free to add me personally on Facebook and Twitter if you want to see all sorts of lovely pictures from the canal and general boat life updates. And of course, check out my books for the Kindle. If you're interested in notebooks and diaries, then you might be interested in my latest boat book, A Narrowboat and a Notebook, which is all about, did I just say my latest notebook? Anyway, it's called A Narrowboat and a Notebook, and it features quite a lot of diary entries and things from my Midori, and just general entries on life on the canal. Anyway, without further ado, I shall say keep it paper-based, have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you around soon. Farewell.